Hi guys, one more video in the list of videos where we want to do how to go to XX percentile per section or overall, right? This is more of my personal story. Even the other videos are my personal story, but this one is very close to that because I did ended up getting 66 plus percentile in CAT 2011. I didn't prepare too much. I'm an average candidate. I'm not a genius, but I'm not dumb either, right? I did some amount of preparation and then I went and took this exam and I ended up scoring 66th percentile in one of my CATs, right? And 98th percentile I did end up getting in CAT 2019, I guess. Right? This year I got 95 plus, 96 plus percentile this year. So constantly been crossing 95th percentile for several years, and for someone who is not a genius, has some dislike towards math, which is 1/3 of the paper. If you consider DA as well, it is about half of the paper. Then what do you take out of my experience is that perseverance matters, right? You don't give up on CAT, or if you're very serious about, let me rephrase it. If you're super serious about doing an MBA as a career path, I want to do an MBA so that I do something else in my life, right? Don't set yourself a very short target of either is this year or bust. That really does not help. I know fantastic students, fantastic colleagues who were sharper than me, brainier than me, who were more capable in math than me, ended up being whacked by CAT once in a while and going to great places after 3 years of work X, 4 years of work X, even 5 years of work X, right? So don't set yourself a hard and fast target where you say, hey, either is this year or nothing. That really does not help. Which brings me to the next point, where if it cannot be this year or bust, then you need to have a job, which is why quitting a job is not advisable at all. Especially if you're a general engineering male candidate, there are going to be about 85 other candidates who are also general engineering male out of every 100 candidates. Your profile has to stand out, right? What do you mean by profile? 10, 12 UG, your work X and your CAT score, right? So fancy things like Udemy, Coursera, Google certification, all of that, I don't think those come under what you might want to call as a profile, because I've seen what the professors want out of a candidate, what the schools want out of a candidate, and I don't think that is what they are looking to. They are looking at very plain metrics: 10, 12 UG, CAT score, and your job. If you're a fresher, fantastic. If you're not a fresher, if you have a gap, if you have a drop, then it is leading you into trouble. Don't get there, right? So if you really want to do an MBA, especially from a premium school, then you should tell yourself, hey, I will give it everything that I have for my preparation. Prepare like there is no other way to go about it, but take the exam like it's just one another thing that you're trying out, right? So if you can build that attitude, there is a temperamental change that is required to go from 85th to 95th percentile. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've scored 85th percentile, I've scored 95 plus percentile. The major shift that I did was, one is doing smaller but more deep learning. So my arithmetic was in place when I scored well. I read a lot when I scored well. My basics, my puzzle solving ability increased a lot when I scored well. So detailed videos are available in the description. Do check them out. But all of these put in place, most important factor that you need to know is your temperament. If you are temperamentally not sound, you're constantly worried about, I have to get it right this year, then you're setting up yourself for failure. Don't do that. Cheers guys, best wishes for CAT prep. Do subscribe and click on the bell icon as well. Right? Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, Telegram, everywhere possible. Yeah, cheers guys.